The crypto world just went through a moment in history that will have an effect on markets for years to come. The SEC's last attempt to stop Ripple has failed. Their last appeal was officially turned down, which took away one of the biggest sources of doubt about XRP. For years, XRP has been closely watched because the SEC said it was a security, which cast a shadow over the whole environment. Today, though, the cloud starts to lift. The appeals court made it clear that the SEC went beyond its authority and said XRP is not a security. This legal win isn't just good for Ripple, it's good for everyone in the crypto world who wants fair rules and new ideas. We have screenshots in the official language from the decision that clearly support XRP's status as a real digital asset. This frees it from the regulatory chains that were holding it back. But this court victory is just the start of what looks like it will be a huge change in the crypto space. It's safe to say that Ripple just turned on its nuclear option, the Flare network. The F-asset system is part of this groundbreaking technology. Its purpose is to add important cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Cardano to the XRP ledger. In all honesty, this is a truly amazing development that makes cooperation possible on a scale that has never been seen before. The XRP system is already famous for its lightning-fast speeds and low fees. Now, these wrapped assets will bring in a huge number of users, possibly 500 million or more, who will use them. With this cross-chain feature, XRP goes from being a cryptocurrency that only does one thing to being the core of a multi-chain ecosystem. This makes it the hub for decentralized financial and global payments. The Flare network has the ability to have a huge effect. Not only does it make it easier for different blockchains to work together, but it also makes XRP much more useful and in high demand. The Flare network wraps ETH, BTC, and ADA so that owners of these coins can join the XRP ecosystem without selling their assets. This makes it possible for new use cases, liquidity pools, and decentralized apps that weren't possible before. Already, the market's response has been important. A lot of big buyers, called whales, are buying XRP, especially on Coinbase. Reports say that whales are buying up to 1 million XRP every hour, which shows that they have a lot of faith in Ripple's future. At the same time, the open interest in XRP swaps has increased by more than 400%. This shows that speculation is growing and that people are getting ready for a big price move. When whales buy in this amount, prices often go up very quickly because the big holders want to be ready for big news or technological milestones. Legal clarity and the start of the Flare network have made the conditions ideal for the next bull run in XRP. Analysts and insiders are now setting high price goals. By 2025, many want the price of XRP to reach $1,000. Some people might think this prediction is crazy, but it's based on the basic change that Ripple is bringing about. Over $50 trillion in value could be locked in if XRP becomes the main cross-chain reserve currency. This is an asset that holds and moves value across multiple blockchains. To put that in perspective, $50 trillion is more than twice the value of all the cryptocurrencies in circulation right now. In this way, XRP would become more than just a coin. It would become the money system of the decentralized future. It's all about making it easy to send and receive all kinds of digital goods instantly and cheaply. You know that the change is really being backed up by rising trends in both crypto and traditional banking. Cross-chain interoperability has honestly never been more in demand. This is especially true as the environment becomes more disorganized with the rise of new specialized chains and tokens. People and businesses that invest money want to move money between these groups without any problems or high fees. This need is directly met by Ripple's plan for the Flare network, which makes XRP the glue that ties the future of multiple chains together. The chance that XRP could become a global reserve currency is even greater now that it is regulated and has more and more partnerships with banks and payment providers. Aside from the cost and technicalities, this court victory has had a huge effect on my mental health. People who own XRP and have lived through years of fear, uncertainty, and doubt are now being vindicated. The SEC's loss is a turning point that changes the story from legal fights to growth and new ideas. It's finally paying off for the community's strength during these tough times, and this is being praised as justice being done for XRP and its supporters. People are gathering around the word freedom to free XRP from the control of regulators. When it comes to technology, the launch of the Flare network is a huge success. It doesn't just copy existing features, it comes up with new ones by mixing the best parts of different blockchains with XRP's unmatched speed and efficiency. In turn, this makes a network effect that makes XRP more valuable and useful as more assets and people join the ecosystem. The addition of wrapped assets also opens up new decentralized finance options on the XRP ledger, such as lending, staking, and liquidity supply. These can increase demand for XRP and its built-in infrastructure. Interest from institutions is also likely to rise sharply. Now that regulations are clear and XRP can work with other cryptocurrencies, big banks are likely to see it as a more useful and legal asset. You know that letting XRP be used as a cross-chain reserve currency could really change how banks, hedge funds, and other big players handle their cash and provide liquidity. This institutional inflow could give XRP the liquidity and stability it needs for price growth to continue, which would strengthen its place in the market even more. As the crypto world changes, XRP's new role as a star in interoperability could have a big impact on how widely blockchain technology is used. By connecting communities that were once separate, Ripple and the Flare network are lowering barriers and opening up new business opportunities. Not only does this cross-chain integration make it easier to make financial transactions, but it also makes it easier to share data and connect with smart contracts, which can power the next generation of decentralized apps. XRP is going to be a big part of this change. Knowing that the price goal of $1,000 by 2025 is a bit of a stretch is important. However, the steps being taken today really do support such a positive outlook. A clear legal framework, cutting-edge technology, the accumulation of whales, and rising usage are all coming together in a way that has never been seen before in the history of crypto. Investors who really understand how important these changes are and stick with it through the turbulence stand to gain a lot. XRP could become one of the most valuable financial assets in the world if it manages to take a big chunk of the value of all digital assets.